Hello again and welcome to another video. For this video, what we're going to study next is how to lay out the board. Our example here is the ESP32 board. In the previous video, we finished the component placement, and this is the final layout placement that I came up with. Of course, how you want to arrange your board is completely up to you. So here is our example. Right now, we are in 2D view. To view the board in 3D and get a much better visualization, just press G on your keyboard. Now as you can see, this is the 3D view of our board. We are currently looking at the top side, and we can see all the components we placed here. If you want to flip it to the bottom side, just click on View, then Flip Board. The board has flipped, so we are now on the bottom side of the board. To bring it back, just go to View and click Flipboard again. To return to the 2D view, simply press 2 on your keyboard. We are back now in the 2D view. Now we can start our layout. But before we begin routing, let's turn the connection lines back on so we can see how things connect. Go over to View Configuration, then scroll down to lower section. Under System Colors, let's toggle on Connection Lines. There you go. The connection lines have reappeared. It will be much easier for us to lay out the board now. Now we are going to lay out our connection lines. To add a connection line, just click on Route, then click Interactive Routing. If you look at the cursor, you'll see it has turned into a crosshair symbol. Next, just click on the pad you want. This will be your starting pad. Then click along the way to fix the trace route, and finally on its endpoint. To cancel the routing command, just right-click again. There we go, we now have a connection line. If you notice, this trace is color red, which means it is routed on the top layer. For now, our board layer stack is configured as two-layer board. However, before you actually start your layout, you can set the layer stack up based on how many layers you want. To configure the layer stack up, let's go to Design, then Layer Stack Manager. This will open another window displaying the PCB document stack up. From here, we can add more layers. For example, let's turn this into a 4-layer board. Just right-click here and then click Insert Layer below. You will see an option here to choose whether to add signal layer or plain layer. For now, let's add a single signal layer. There, since the stock symmetry option is checked, layer 3 was automatically generated as well. To apply this updated to our PCB document, let's just close this window and click Save. As you can now see in our view configuration panel, under the signal and plane layers, it has successfully updated to a 4-layer board. This is how you add layers to our board. Now let's check our placement progress and the layout we just added in the Altium Develop. So let's just save this first along with the project and then save it to the server. Once it is saved, let's check our progress in Altium Develop. As you can see, a new visualization has become available. So let's just click the fresh page. As you can see, this is our new placement. It is completely updated here, and the single traces that we laid out has also appeared. The beauty of Altium Develop is that we can navigate the PCB layout, and if we check the 3D tab right here, we can also get a 3D view of our board. Altium Develop is incredibly useful, especially for those who don't have the Altium software installed, because it allows you to visualize exactly what the final output of your PCB will look like. So once we finish routing the entire layout, this brings us to the very end of our video tutorial series. This is what the final look of our PCB will be.